Good morning, everybody. Hello. Nice to see you again. So, today I have something interesting to share. As you can see, the cards are already out on the table. This was not a reading that was meant to be posted. Yesterday, I was with my sister. She was driving around doing some things that she needed to do, and I was tagging along for the ride. Now, I always try to carry at least one tarot deck with me when I leave the house, and the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot is the one that I took with me yesterday. Now, when my sister was putting gas in the car, I felt like it was the perfect opportunity for me to bust out my cards and give myself just a little message. All right? So, when I was shuffling the cards, I was asking Spirit for a message in regards to what's going on in my life right now, and for things like that. I was asking for a general message in regards to things that I need to be aware of, and this is what I got. Now, literally, these 8 cards all jumped out at the same time together, face down on my lap. Now, the cards, the way that they were, it was like this. On my lap, face down. When I picked up the cards, I was like, wow, this is a lot of cards. Spirit, okay? I was just asking for like 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 cards, and I got a whole pack. And I was like, all right, I am probably just going to put this back in the deck and just, get a few cards. But something told me, no, wait, stop. Before you do that, at least look through the cards. Something told me to stop and look through the cards. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of cards, but all right, I'll just at least look through them, see, the general message I get, and then I'll shuffle back and I'll wait for specific cards to fall out, which is usually what I do, instead of just pulling from a big pack. But when I was going through each card individually, this is the message that came to be. Just as I placed the cards, how I had them at the beginning of the video. And when I saw these 2 cards in particular, the first 2 cards and the last 2 cards are really what called me out the most. And it felt heavy. It felt heavy to me. So I felt the need to share this message with you guys. By the time I was trying to, really decipher what the cards were telling me, my sister came back into the car, and, we were going about our day, and she was talking to me. I was talking to her, and I just put my cards away, and I was like, I'll deal with it later. I'll keep the messages in order, so that way I can come back to it when I have more time to sit with the messages. What I originally wanted to do for today was to make a pick a card reading for you guys, because the last 2 messages that I shared, the first 2 videos that I made, were pretty much the same message, is a specific kind of message, and I wanted to move away from that energy and try to provide more guidance for more people. I wanted to do a pick a card reading so that way more people have the opportunity to resonate with the messages, and so that I can work on providing faster tarot readings, because not everyone wants to sit down for a reading for 2 hours, realistically. I mean, for me personally, I have no problem with going back to a reading when I have more time later on in the day. I mean, I do that. But most people don't like to sit through long videos, and that's understandable, that's fine. So I'm really trying to work on my timing, and I'm trying to also figure out ways to provide multiple messages so that way more people can resonate with different messages. But again, I really felt the need to share this message with you guys because this is not, I feel like this is what's going on in the collective right now. When I went home, I watched this reading, and I'm going to try to remember to link it down in this description box. But it is not a reading, I'm sorry. It is called 5 Things You Should Know About the New Moon and Solar Eclipse, December 14th, which is today that I'm making this video, and today that I am posting this video, by Victor Oddo. And based on this, and based off of the last reading that I did, and based on this that I'm getting right now, I really do feel like this is a message that more people than just me need to hear. So if you are aware of the lunar eclipse, if you are aware of these kind of things, these energies that are going on in the collective right now are super heavy and super important for us all right now. And one of the main things that Victor talks about in his video is about taking action, a call to action, and he talks about different steps of things that are going on and different steps of what we need to do to follow our heart and be successful, especially during this very unique and special time of this lunar eclipse today. It possibly already happened. It's right now currently that I'm making this video. It is 7:13. I saw 7:13:33 seconds on my clock. It is 7:13 in the morning. So I don't know if it already happened, but the energy is still among us. So again, that is why you're not going to see me shuffle the cards, because this is a message that honestly, this was supposed to be something personal. So if you do not like to watch readings where people don't shuffle, I usually always shuffle, and I will pull from other decks to clarify or things like that. So you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. You don't have to watch this video if you don't want to. But I will be pulling from other decks to try to get more information about what's going on. And I will try to post my next video. I'll try to make that a pick a card reading, so that way, again, more people can hear the message. Anyway, without further ado, the first card that came out was this one, and the last card that came out was this one, in this order. So I'm going to be reading them in that order instead of reading them as like the clarification. And I will be kind of reading them as the clarification, but let's just jump right into it. I'm wasting time. Disclaimers will be in the description box as always. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so very grateful to be able to be doing this for you guys, and thank you. I hope that you will please consider joining this little soul family that we have going on here. Anyway, we start with the star. The star is about having hope. Now, I'm just going to go really quickly based off of the quick message that I got when I was in the car, just by skimming through the cards. So pretty much the quick messages that were coming out to me was to be hopeful about a situation. There's going to be an offer that comes your way, but you need to be aware that you do not block this offer. Do not keep your guard up to a point where you are fighting blessings in your life. There are judgments that you are making or maybe making in a certain situation or to a person or to a place or to a thing or whatever the case is, that is putting you in a situation where you're in your mind. Right? You see these entities, how they're surrounding Santa. This is the Hanged Man. It's about seeing things clear up. It's about putting yourself in a situation where you're going to start to see things from different perspectives. And I saw 11:33 on the timer on my phone. 11:33. If that is relevant to you. Again, 3 is a number of manifestation, and 1 I feel like is an amplifier, just kind of like a clear quartz crystal. So in regards to that, with 11:33, how I was just talking about the Hanged Man, it's about viewing things from a different perspective. 33 is a number of manifestation, so it is saying to be aware of your mental state, to be aware of the energy that you have in your mind. Are you creating your own demons that are keeping you in this blocked energy that you are maybe pushing away or not even noticing these blessings that are trying to come into your life? And these blessings, they're only trying to provide you with some emotional stability, some emotional abundance, something beautiful, something new, something passionate. However, here's where the things get really heavy. The devil energy that is coming out, I feel, is in regards to this energy of being heavily guarded. It's okay to be guarded to a certain degree. Like, we all need to, kind of be aware of who we allow into our lives and what kind of energy that they have. But there comes a point where we may be guarding ourselves too much, to the point where we have false accusations or false narratives or whatever about a certain person. There is an offer that may be potentially coming your way, and if you're in this blocked energy, you're either not going to notice it or not going to accept it because you're not in a state of flow, because you're too much in your head in a negative way. So what the devil in reverse is telling me is, get the fuck out of your head. Be aware of your emotions, be aware of your thought patterns. And I feel like this is a very heavy message because here we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is, if you allow this to happen, and this is exactly what Oogie Boogie does, right? Rock, Jacques, and Barry, I believe that's their name. The 3 kids that they're the ones who feed Oogie Boogie, who send him, critters and bugs and all that stuff. They're the ones that really that they take care of Oogie Boogie. Now, what I'm seeing with this is, if you allow this energy to linger in your mind, you are going to be stuck in cycles. If you allow this, your mind and your own judgments about a person, place, or thing to block you from being hopeful and accepting an offer, that is gonna bring you happiness. If you're gonna stay in your head, you're gonna be stuck in this negative loophole cycles of your mind. The devil, you're gonna be stuck in another cycle of life, is what I'm seeing here. So what does that mean? Life is an endless amount of cycles that we go through. In order for us to progress in our life, in order for us to become more enlightened, in order for us to move away from past traumas and pains and all of that, we need to break certain vicious cycles that we have of ourselves, either the type of people that we involve ourselves with, our mental, awareness of things, how we treat ourselves in our mind, how we treat other people with our mind, all of these things. And so what I'm seeing here is if you get in your head about something and you end up feeling so stuck and burdened, and you block your heart from whatever it is that you truly want, you're gonna be stuck. You're going to perpetuate this cycle again. Now, the thing is, if you are aware of planetary alignments, which I'm not very knowledgeable in astrology, but I do watch a lot of different tarot readings and things like that, and I've heard people talking about all of the planetary alignments that have been going on just this year alone. It's crazy. It is a crazy amount of energy. People are waking up. And it's so interesting because I was talking to my sister about this yesterday in the car. This era, the time that we're going through right now, it is bringing out the worst in people, and it is also bringing out the best in people. And that is why we're seeing both sides so heavily different. And I feel like we need to be aware of this, and we need to take advantage of the abundance and these portals that are opening up for us. I believe, I don't remember if it was the eclipse exactly, but there was a planetary alignment that happened, I think recently, that the last time it happened was in like the 60s. And before that, the last time it happened was like in the 1600s or in the 1800s or something. And that's not going to happen for another God knows how long. Again, I'm not, knowledgeable enough in astrology to say, but if you really want to look into it, then you can look into it. All of the planetary alignments that have been happening this year, so much energy is around us. And it's up to us. Are we going to allow this energy to bring out the worst in us? Or are we going to allow this energy to bring out the best in us? And it is up to us to go within. This card was on the top, but I flipped it. It is up to us to go within. And because this reading was for me, I did see a few of the other cards that I will also talk about. I feel like these are very heavy energies that we all need to be aware of. There are opportunities that are coming our way that are beautiful opportunities that seek to only help us in our journey of enlightenment and of emotional abundance and stability, physical abundance and stability, because we have pentacles here. Presents in this deck are pentacles. Candles in this deck are wands. Potions are cups. I'm sorry I didn't clarify that earlier. You may not know this deck. This is a call from Spirit to get the fuck out of your own way, because Spirit is trying to bring abundance and love and prosperity into your life in all aspects of your life. But if you overanalyze, if you stay in your head in these negative loop patterns, like, oh, I'm scared, I don't want to take the opportunity because this happened to me in the past and this person did this to me, or blah, 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 whatever, XYZ, then it's not going to come. This is Spirit saying, make a fucking decision. And it's so interesting because, again, that video that I watched last night, which I watched that hours after these cards appeared to me at first, and it's a similar energy. And that is why I wanted to share this reading with you before I did a pick a card reading, because I feel like this needs to be talked about. We are in a very important and very crucial moment in our, time. So much is going on in the world. So much is going on. Whether it's in politics or it's in, the whole V word that's going on, the big V, or starts with a C, I guess. I was gonna say virus, whatever. It's real. This shit is real, and this is what's going on. And Spirit is trying to allow, with these planetary alignments, these are portals, these are gateways to energy that is so ripe and so ripe for the taking, for all of us, for each and every single one of us to take. But if we get in our own fucking heads, we're gonna be stuck repeating another cycle. Repeating another cycle. And that is exactly what Spirit is trying to warn us not to do. If you are so heavily guarded that you do not take this opportunity that is meant to bring you abundance and stability, this is the 9 of Cups. The 9 comes before 10. The 10 is the ultimate emotional stability and abundance. And 9 is just right before that. If you want this, you need to really go within and figure out, are there opportunities in my life I'm not seeing right now? Because I am guarding my heart, my mind, my soul. Because I'm scared of other people hurting me. I'm scared of losing another job. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of that. If you're scared, this is what you're doing. You are creating your own demons. And the more you perpetuate it, the more it's going to happen. And you don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen for me. I don't want that to happen for you. And I doubt that you want that to happen for you either. We need to get out of our head, and we need to take this opportunity to share who we are, to be who we really are, to accept the offers that Spirit has for us that are meant to bring us abundance and stability and love and loyalty and creativity and all of this beautiful energy that Spirit is trying to give to us. They're trying to say, here, look, here's a gift. I don't know about you, but I think this is fucking cute. If I saw a real doll of that, it'd be creepy and so cute, I would want it. I digress. To me, this would be a very great gift. So I'm seeing this as the gift Spirit is trying to give you is something that you want. It's something that Spirit knows you want. It's something that Spirit knows is going to help you. It's something that Spirit knows has been on your heart, mind, and soul for a while. Whether it's in love, in creativity, in abundance, in career. This is not a love-specific reading. This is a general reading. I'm getting the feeling this is for so many other people, not just me. And that is why I wanted to share it with you guys. We need to get the fuck out of our heads, is what I'm getting. And I'm sharing this message as well because a lot of tarot readings I have been watching lately have been a similar message. Today is the 14th. Today is the day of the eclipse. Has it happened yet? I don't know. But the energy is still out there. It's still ripe. It is still the day of this amazing planetary event. Things are shifting. And these are things that I have said for so many years too. My dad has said this for so many years. A lot of people have said this for so many years. Some shit is gonna go down. And we need to be prepared. And as things are going and progressing, it's very obvious society's kind of falling apart right now. However, again, we are seeing the worst in people these days, and we are also seeing the best in people these days. Which one do you want to be a part of? Do you want to be a part of the group of people who are trying to bring us down into this devil energy, trying to force us to stay in our minds, trying to force us to be scared, trying to force us into, you can't say this, you can't say that. They're trying to take our rights of speech. Our freedom of speech is trying to go away now. No. Fuck no. You will never take my freedom of speech. Thank you very damn much. That's all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to get into this, but it just feels so heavy. You want to be a part of the problem, or you want to be a part of the solution? You want to be helping people. You want to be sharing who you really are and sharing your creativity and being a part of what lifts our spirits, what makes us hopeful. It's not bad to be hopeful. It is important to remain hopeful. To follow your inner guidance, to follow your inner light is the only way to make the clouds go away. And I mentioned that in my other reading as well, in my previous reading, because the star card came out and I mentioned the same kind of message. It's like Rudolph. With his light, he's making the clouds vanish. And the clouds usually symbolize mental fog. I posted there's a lot of spiritual people, not just people in politics, not just people in, in this side or that side, or not just people who have specific beliefs and specific amendments or whatever. But even spiritual people are coming out with videos of predictions of what's going on, and even I've watched at least three different people saying the same thing. Shit's gonna get worse before it gets better. And it is up to us at this point in time to decide which side we want to fall on. Do we want to perpetuate negative loop cycles, or do we want to help uplift society and uplift ourselves and our families and our loved ones and all of that? to be in a higher vibrational state to where we're able to take this opportunity and to run with it. But we have to go within. I'm going to start. I don't know. Oh, I fell. I'm sorry. One moment, please. And now I'm looking for that card. That card was the Empress, and now the Empress went away. I can't find the Empress now. Let me get it up. Okay. I have a little bag here. Wow, there's really something here that I feel. Here it is. Goodness. I'm so sorry. Finally, the Empress. Okay. So with that card falling the way that it did, I'm going to take this as a way of saying there's shit that's going on in your life or in the collective right now that's really trying to keep you away from being compassionate, loving, understanding, caring, open-minded, open-hearted. There's a lot of energy going around that is trying to keep us away from being these kind of people. The person who's gonna be there to help you. The person who's going to love and appreciate you. The person who's going to be understanding. I'm seeing this as a way of spirit saying, be careful. There are energies out there that are trying to force you to stay stuck in your mind. There are people and energies out there that do not want you to be in this Empress energy. That is what I'm getting. It took me a while to find that card. And I'm saying this because I feel this so strongly. I just feel like this is more validation to all of these things that these people are saying, which I also have been feeling this for so long now. And it's finally, it seems like it's upon us now. And it's not something scary. It's not something to be scared of. It's something to realize we have the potential within us. It is up to us to decide, you want to be this kind of person or you want to be this kind of person? You want to react to the things that are going on in this way or in this way? Are you going to be a negative Nancy and you're going to be bringing us down with negative, with these negative cycles of perpetuating all this bullshit that's going on? Are you going to be who you are? Share more about who you are. Share about your path. Share about your creativity. And be loving and be nurturing and be kind and understanding in this time where so many people need this. So many people need this kind of energy, and there's energies around us trying to block it away. An energy, literally, why was this the card that fell? And I swear I did not do that on purpose. Believe what you want. In the end, it doesn't matter. I know. I did not do that on purpose. There's a lot here, a lot of clouded judgment. There's a lot of negativity around the Empress, a lot of negativity. And look, she's smiling. She's smiling. Despite all of this shit going on around her, she's smiling. It's not because she's naive. It's not because she doesn't know that there's bad shit going on. There's always bad shit going on in the world. That's the truth. Does that make any of it okay? Fuck no. It doesn't. It doesn't make any of it okay. But that's the reality. And so it's up to us to perpetuate this negative energy. To stay scared, to stay fearful, to overanalyze, to where we are so much in our head that we don't even share our own creativity. I would not be here today giving any readings on YouTube. I wouldn't even be on YouTube today if I was still in my head about it. Because I've been wanting to make YouTube videos, like I'm sure a lot of people, for so many years. And it's already been at least a year that I've wanted to post YouTube tarot readings. Honestly, it's been a long time. We need to band together. We need to stay together. We need to work together in being this Empress, embodying this Empress energy in a world where so much shit is going on. I'm sorry, I keep shaking the camera. Are you going to be the Empress? Or are you going to be something else? And I don't believe the devil to be the devil in the way that is represented, you know? But you choose. Choose right now. Decide right now for yourself, who do you want to be? In a situation where there's corruption, where there's all this shit going on, all this negativity, who are you going to be? Are you going to be a part of the corruption? Are you going to be a part of the negativity? Are you going to be a part of the people that try to chain other people down and who try to keep them from their truth and from their happiness? Are you going to be that? Are you going to be the Empress? Loving, nurturing, kind, understanding, compassionate. Because I'll tell you, I want to be the Empress. That's what I would rather be. And that is exactly why I'm here. That is exactly why I'm sharing this message with you. And not to fucking sugarcoat shit. That's not what I do on this channel. Trust me. If you want sugarcoating, I am not the reader for you. We need to make a decision about who we want to be in our lives. And we need to take full responsibility for what we decide. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? If you want to be this energy and perpetuate our negative cycles of our human existence, that is on you. You make that decision and you take responsibility for it, regardless of which one you want to be. You want to help break negative loop cycles so that we can all come together as one, so that we can all unite and stay strong? Or do you want to perpetuate the lies, the fear, the control? Because that's exactly where we're headed. And it's just the beginning. I was one of those people who said, even years ago, shit's gonna happen. Some shit's gonna happen. I don't know what. I don't. And I can only make assumptions. And I don't like to make assumptions on it. Because I don't want to perpetuate it. I want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Learning to let go of control of people, places, things in my life. And that's not easy. I have a lot of my own shit that I've had to deal with. And I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. I've made so many mistakes in my life. People who I've pushed away because of my own devil energy. Because of my own insecurities, because of my own being in my fucking head, creating my own demons, being stuck in a cycle. No, I'm tired of it. I want to be the empress. Either we stand together or we don't, but I'm still going to try and be compassionate. I'm still going to try and be loving. I'm still going to try to be caring. That's what I want in my life. And that's what I want to provide for other people. I don't want to be in this devil energy where I'm stuck in my head all the time. I want to take these opportunities. I want to be hopeful. And that's why I'm here. And I hope that together, I hope that we can stand together. And I saw 4044 when I saw that, when I read that. And 4 is about stability. There's this thing. When it comes to dictatorship, for example, I'm just going to bring that out there. It is one person who's trying to control many. However, if those many people bow down to that one person, then that person won. They get what they want, and they destroy the lives of many. Now, if all of the people band together and say, no, fuck your corruption, we are one united, we the people, we stand together. And I'm not saying this has nothing to do with he, she, whatever. This is the energy of what's going on in our environment and our world right now. It's not just one person, it's not just two people, it's not just a small group of people. It is a whole energy. Yin and yang. Yin and yang are not necessary. It's not good and evil. I don't mean it in that way. So perhaps it was not the best way to word it. But what I'm saying is there's always going to be negative energy and there's always going to be positive energy. Which one do you want to be a part of? This has nothing to do about politics or picking sides or picking politicians. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with us banding together as a society against corruption. That's what it has to do with. And there's not a single person. It's not just one person. I'm not blaming left, I'm not blaming right, I'm not blaming sides, I'm not picking sides. I'm picking to be the empress, is what I want. I'm trying to let go of my own vicious cycles in my head. And I told you from the start, this is a personal reading that I'm sharing with you guys because I feel like it's so relevant to what's going on right now. And I didn't even see the depth of this. I just quickly scanned through those cards and I put them away so I could deal with them later. And I'm pretty much just dealing with it right now. I woke up and I knew I was going to do a reading today. This was not the reading that I intended to do today, but this is what I felt needed to be shared, especially with this eclipse energy that is going on today. I feel so amped up. Is anyone else feeling this way? I feel like there's gonna be little spies of the devil energy just looking around, looking for people like this, trying to bring them down with their grubby little hands, doing whatever they can to bring down these people like us, who are here to bring light into this world. That is what I hope. A 4444 stability. We need to really band together. Because when there's a dictator, when the whole people, when the whole society stands up together like, no, fuck your corruption. Fuck you, asshole. Fuck your corruption. When all the people band together, they can't, they have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. But if they are given the opportunity with their fear-based, forced energy, with their silencing, you can't say this, you can't say that because all these snowflakes and all this bullshit. No, I used to be a snowflake. There was a point in time in my life where I could not handle anything without getting my ass hurt, without feeling like offended and butthurt about it. No, I had to learn to grow a thick skin. And I'm still learning. There's still certain things I'm like, oh my God. There's still certain things that offend me. These are my negative loop cycles that I'm trying to break. As I mentioned, I admitted, we all have our own devil energy. It's up to us to embody that or to embody the Empress. No matter what happens, if you feel like someone or something or a situation has scarred you, don't allow that to make you feel so heavily guarded that you are stuck in your own limiting beliefs. Don't. For your own sake, for the love of yourself and for the love of the people who love you, for the love of the world where we are in a time where we need to uplift each other. Please don't allow your inner demons, so to speak. I'll just say this straight up. I'm not the kind of person that believes demons to be purely evil. I know that might have been weird. I'm just throwing that out there. But I mean, people demonize things just because they don't understand them. But anyway, that's not what this reading is about. My point is, there's negative energies around you. Don't misjudge them. Don't misplace where they are from. Try to understand those energies and why you feel them. And don't blame other people for those energies necessarily, is what I'm getting. I don't know why. Don't hold grudges, is what I'm hearing, because when you hold grudges, you are perpetuating these negative loop cycles in your head, which is going to keep you heavily guarded, which is going to make you be judging everyone in every situation. It's going to keep you in this devil energy instead of this Empress energy. I'm going to continue. The Ten of Swords in reverse and the Hierophant. I think this is exactly these cards I feel like are exactly the verification that these other cards need. Look. We have a choice to go within us to either be hopeful or to be stuck in our head. Do you view things from a different perspective or not? If we embody the Empress energy, loving, caring, compassionate, understanding, there are gifts and opportunities that Spirit has for us, for people who embody this energy, who want to uplift and bring love and light into the world. However, we need to get the fuck out of our head about past pains, past trauma, past this, he did this, she did that, this happened to me because of this, blah, 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 blah. The past happened. That doesn't make it okay, but it already happened. So at that point, you have the decision to make. Are you gonna let it keep you down like this pumpkin? Are you gonna let the needles stay in there and ferment and just, make your runes turn to rot? Or are you gonna take those swords out? It was in reverse. Obviously, that is the advice here. Take the swords out and let your wounds heal. Yeah, they're gonna scar. We all have scars. We all have scars emotionally, physically, mentally. We all have scars. But the difference between people is, are you the type of person to let your scars dictate your energy? Are you the type of person to learn from your scars, allow them to heal, and share your experience and your knowledge with other people so that they can heal from their scars? Are you going to stay stuck? Are you going to stay heavily guarded? And if you do, it's only going to be perpetuating this. I'm telling you that now. So either you have them both upright or you have them both in reverse. And I'm seeing all of this as a decision. You make the decision for yourself. Empress or devil energy. Every time I have been talking about this column the most is like the heaviest. I just get so, I don't know, I guess I get so amped up, like, I don't know. I guess I just need to take a fucking breather, girl. Breathe. Anyway, I'm sorry. I guess I just feel so energetically strange right now. Anyway, moving on. The mayor in the movie is two-faced. He literally has two faces. One is this kind of sad, kind of face that feels, I don't know, with this energy of this face that he has, I feel like it's someone who's sad or who doesn't believe in themselves, someone who doesn't have the confidence within themselves, and he has his angry side, right? So be aware of people who are two-faced, which is interesting because that was a message that ended up in my last reading. There was something about a two-faced friend. So make sure that you're not being two-faced. Make sure that you're not, lingering around other people who are actually two-faced. There may be a certain situation, someone, person, place, or thing, whatever, this kind of energy around you. Like I said, there's a lot of negativity around us in general at the moment. And I feel like there may be someone who's kind of wearing a mask in a way, waiting for you to get close enough where they can, there's a Black Widow on this card. Waiting for you to turn around or waiting for the perfect moment to strike at your core, I feel like, in order to make you stuck in this devil energy. Be aware of the people around you. Are they really who they say they are? Do they really want to see you succeed? Or are they secretly hoping behind the mask, on the other side of his face, he's this? I'm not saying the mayor himself is the bad person in the movie. He's not, but he definitely is two-faced. And I'm seeing that as the symbology of this card right now. You choose, again, you choose which you want to be. Which face do you want to be? in that regard, in which face you want to be. I'm not saying you have to be sad or mad. No, don't be. I don't think we should be either of the two. 55, I saw on my phone. 5 is a number of change. And look, 5, the Hierophant. So 555. Definitely a call for change. Definitely a call to really evaluate ourselves, to go within and evaluate who we are, and to try to make sure that we are not embodying this energy or perpetuating these energies here, but to evaluate ourselves, not in a judgeful way of like, man, I fucked up and I'm so mad at myself. No, let it go. 555 again, let it go. Change your perspective instead of being stuck in this like, well, I already fucked up, so whatever, that's it, that's all it's gonna be. No, you can change your circumstances if you want to, but you have to look and realize and face your own demons in order to embody the Empress. Something else I mentioned in my last reading was it takes being in the dark to accept and appreciate the light. I've never been happier in my life or more motivated in my life than when I got out of my own depression. I learned to be happy. I learned to take responsibility for my own happiness. Stop placing it on other people. It doesn't mean that you cannot be happy with other people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to first be able to be happy within yourself in order to come together to be happy with someone else. But anyway, I feel like this is not a love reading, okay? I just felt the need to bring that up. It's up to us in order to choose who we want to embody. The negative aspect of who we are, the positive aspect of who we are, because I don't give a fuck who you are. We all have both within us. People might think the Pope is holier than thou and oh my gosh, yeah, praise the Pope. No, he's just a person too. He has his own devil energies, just like we all do. It doesn't matter what religion you're in. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter your upbringing. You decide who you want to be. You decide that for yourself. It comes to a point where we need to stop blaming other people and circumstances in our life and take responsibility for ourselves and for what we want in our life and for who we want to embody. To really go within and analyze ourselves and to face our own devil energy in order to heal it. And it's so hard. And I mean, I told you from the beginning, this is a reading that I'm sharing with you guys that was meant to be for me. So I'm still facing my own devil's energy. I'm still stuck in my own negative loopholes in my mind that I'm trying to get away from. I have been trying to go within to figure these things out, to face my own demons so that I can learn from them, because I want to embody the Empress. It's kind of funny. It makes me think, I don't know why I just thought of this. People see me as this very nice, loving, kind person. Like my ex-manager used to call me Mother Teresa. And he would tell me, you're too nice. You're too nice. You're too... And I would just say, I try to be patient. And I try to be understanding and I try to be helpful to the customers. That's the kind of person that I am. Even there have been situations of customers like yelling in our faces, and I try to be calm. And I even admit, like, there was once that a customer was like, I'm shaking, like I'm angry. And I'm like, hey, you know, it's okay. I'm shaking too. Honestly, I'm nervous about all this too. I tried to de-escalate the situation, but I still had to keep my foot down and say, well, sir, you're not abiding by our, the rules that we have in our, workplace. I didn't say it like that, but pretty much, then we cannot help you, sir. And if you're gonna be rude, people say that I'm this really nice person. They don't always see or understand my own devil energy within myself. I'm that kind of person. You push me, you push me, you push me, you poke me, you poke me, you poke me. You're gonna wake up the dragon. And when the dragon wakes up, oh, she does not sugarcoat shit for nobody. Not even family. I can be that bitch. And I'm trying to face myself and realize, okay, I need to calm down. Certain situations really just push me beyond my edge. And I want to embody this. And in order to embody this, I need to continue to work on myself and work on my own negative energies. But I'm also going to say, don't poke and poke and poke. If you go into a cave that you know a bear is sleeping and you start poking the damn thing, the poor critter's trying to sleep. And if you keep poking it and poking and poking it and it wakes up, don't be surprised when it starts chasing your ass, angry that you woke it up. I don't know why I felt the need to share that. But what I'm seeing here is also, don't be a part of the problem. Don't be poking people's issues. And that's something that I'm trying to learn, because in certain situations, it's like, it's difficult. We're here having a human experience. I'm not saying things that I've done in the past is okay. I'm taking responsibility and saying I fucked up before, many times before. And I'm trying to make my wrongs right. And karma has bit me in the ass many times, I'll tell you that. I've learned so many lessons because karma's like, oh no, bitch, calm down. Here you go. You're going to be stuck in another fucking cycle until you learn your damn lesson. And I'm learning my lessons. And I feel like if you're watching this video, you're also trying to learn these lessons, and you're also trying to move away from your own negative energy, from your own energy that keeps you bound, because you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I shouldn't start doing this because I'm not ready, I don't know enough, blah blah blah, all this bullshit. You don't know unless you try. 55. I saw 3 and 55 again. 3 is a number of manifestation. 5 is a number of change. I keep saying that because it's so relevant to what I'm saying right now. Your thoughts create your reality. That is the law of attraction. And if you judge yourself or others very harshly, you are perpetuating these negative loop cycles in your own head, these inner demons, so to speak. We are only human. Let me rephrase that. I believe that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. The flesh lives and dies, but our spirit lives on forever. I really don't know why I felt the need to say that, but in other words, what I'm saying, I guess, is we all experience similar things at different times in our life. Someone very special to me told me that once, a soul sister of mine. And soul sister, if you're watching, I love you, girl. And she's right. She's right. You see pains and traumas in other people, and you may think at that point in time, wow, you know, you may just want the best for them and for them to heal and to move on from their situation. And eventually you may find that you come to the same situation. You're like, oh shit, I get it. Here I am. Living in this experience that this person had some time ago. We're only human. I mean, we're spiritual beings, but we're human. In our incarnation, in this lifetime, so we make mistakes. The point of life, the point of the journey is not to be like, woe is me, I fucked up, I'm a fuck up, I'm a screw up, nothing will ever happen, whatever, I'm done with life, I'm tired, I'm giving up. No. Challenges are gonna come your way to make you realize that you deserve something better. Challenges come your way for you to realize that you have the potential to fight your own demons. You have the potential to climb that mountain, to climb over that obstacle, to become your greatest version. But you have to want that for yourself. And it's not easy. I've heard someone say before, and it's so true, it is easier to be a bad person. It is much harder to be a good person. And it's so true. Why? Because hurt people hurt people. People perpetuate cycles of things that have happened in their life, and they don't even realize that they perpetuate it. And that is the hardest part. And that is why people, when they start to realize these things within themselves, that they are creating their own demons, essentially, or they're letting the voice, the ghost of their past haunt them. They don't realize they're perpetuating that within themselves. So I'm seeing more of a call here for healing. There has been a lot of snake energy around lately that I've been noticing. And I see his hands are snakes. It's making me think back to also the previous reading. I mentioned a lot about healing. Healing childhood traumas and wounds. Healing, past things that happen in past relationships or whatever the case is. There's the need for healing in all aspects of our lives so that we can move forward hopeful to the future. Not in a naive way, but in a way where we know, okay, I am creating my own life. What life do I want to create for myself? Anyway, I'm curious what this card is. The Ace of Potions in reverse. You decide. Are you gonna bottle shit up? Are you gonna transform? That's what I'm getting here with this card. It's up to you. Are you going to allow the devil energies or the negative energies within you to keep you bottled up, to keep you perpetuating this bullshit in your mind? I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not this, I'm not that. It's bullshit. That is your mind trying to keep you in a state of fear, trying to make you go through cycles again and again and again and again until you learn your damn lesson, to where you're like, you know what, I'm done bottling shit up. You open the bottle and you release all of that energy. And that is where the healing and that is where the transformation comes from. We have Jack's hand here. Jack is a skeleton. Skulls symbolize death. The death card symbolizes transformation. And oh, look, here we have a butterfly, which also symbolizes transformation. You decide what you want. You want to bottle things up, or you want to transform. And that doesn't mean that it's easy. 55, change. Oh my gosh. 55 on the, you know, how long this video has been going. 55 seconds is what I saw. And again, 5 is a number of change. So the advice here, if it's not clear enough, is to transform, to transcend your own negative thought patterns and negative loop cycles, to view things from a different perspective in becoming the Empress. You become the Empress once you heal from the past traumas and you transform. Or you don't, if you don't want to. Or if it's too hard and you give up. Because the truth is, I think everyone wants a new beginning. Everyone wants stability. Everyone wants love to some degree. That is something that we all desire. You can deny it if you want. But deep down inside, I bet you it's true. Because those are things that we all desire in life. Even scientifically proven, or in psychology. You know, deep down inside, we all want love. We all want to be understood. We all want to share our creativity. We all want to be who we are. We all want to be able to express who we are, but we dim our light because of society, because of other people, because of ourselves. Number one, that is the main problem. We are either our worst enemy or we are either our greatest ally. And that is the truth. And you have to decide for yourself which you want to be for yourself. That does not mean it's easy. That does not mean it's going to happen overnight. The healing is a painful process. That's the truth. That is why so many people stay in their grudges. That is why so many people stay angry. That is why so many people have to continue these vicious cycles. They're perpetuating, and they don't even realize it half the time. You have to want, and not only want, but work towards transformation, and it is hard. But I guarantee you, I promise you, it is the most rewarding thing you can do for yourself. But it hurts, because then you have to face your inner demons, and that is a scary thing, and that is, it hurts. You have to face your past trauma. That hurts. It brings up all this stuff to the surface. Of course, if you have a bottle of whatever, something fizzy or some alcoholic beverage, and you start shaking it, when you open it, it's gonna explode. What do you expect? Don't shake the bottle before you open it. Watch it. View it from a different perspective. Take the bottle carefully and open it carefully. And you'll have the butterfly. Stability, 1444. I'm curious what's underneath. The King of Needles, the King of Swords. Being in your mind. The Page of Needles. The Four of Needles. Wow, okay. Let's see here. Oh, there was another card here. Look, talking about Rock, Jacques, and Barry. That's what they're called, right? Remember how I mentioned earlier about them when I was talking about Oogie Boogie? I feel like this card came out with this one, but I feel like this one needs to come out. The Two of Needles too? Okay, this is a lot of mental... What? They're obviously needles, 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 needles. Remember how I was talking about mental clarity or lack thereof? Remember how I was talking about mental loop cycles, mental negativity, things that we keep us in a loop cycle about the mind? Swords. Needles in this deck are swords. Swords symbolize the mind, thoughts, air. Perhaps there's something you've been thinking about in your life that you recognize has been putting you in negative loop cycles. The King of Needles sees. The King of Needles speaks his mind with clarity. The King of Needles has thought of the outcomes. The King of Needles takes action based upon to the best of his knowledge. And here we have the scientist. This is Sally's father. He created Sally. He is like the, what is it? Frankenstein? Is Frankenstein the doctor and the monster is the monster? Even though, or Frankenstein's people call the monster? I don't know. My point is, he has created something. He has made something come to life. Through his thoughts, through his creativity, he created that. I feel like this is a call to you to go within yourself to decide, what is it that I want? What do I want to create? And to embody that and to pursue it. Not just to think about it, but to actually go out of your way to make it come into fruition. To be the King of Needles and decide, I decide to be the Empress. I decide to be whatever it is you want to be. An artist, a dancer, a tarot reader, a YouTuber, a writer, an author, a singer, a musician. You want to do something in mechanics. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a scientist. You want to do something in spirituality or in, whatever it is that you want to do. Go for it. And I feel like there's these energies of when you know what you want and you try to go for it, and these energies of like your mind is playing with you and you're like, oh, but I want this and I like this and this and this, and you get distracted, and then before you know it, you're stuck in this energy they have brought you. The lack of clarity in your mind will bring you to this energy, because that's what Raj, Jacques, and Barry do. I'm sorry again if I'm saying their name wrong. I don't remember. But that's what these kids do. They trap people. They get whatever they can. and they feed it to Oogie Boogie. And so what I'm seeing here is a very clear message to us. Either we embody what we know we need to, or we stay in our minds and we allow ourselves to bring ourselves down. Either you embody who you want to be, who you're meant to be, an artist, a musician, again, a doctor, a mechanic, a scientist, a spiritual, someone in the spiritual community. Whatever it is that you set your mind to, go after it. No matter what, who tells you, if it is in your heart, and only you truly know what is in your heart, if it is in your heart, then you need to go after it. And the more you perpetuate this, I don't know, but I'm scared because I'm not good enough, and I'm scared because in the past I tried, it didn't work, and I'm scared because this person told me that I can't do this, and I'm scared because of whatever situation, whatever blah, 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 bullshit. You're bullshitting yourself out of fear. It's usually from a place of fear. Don't be stuck in this fear because it's this energy. It's your mind playing tricks on you. It's your mind distracting you from following your heart. Again, you need to decide, what do you want to do? You want to embody who you are? Or you want to stay in perpetual cycles of, I'm not good enough, I'm scared. You know how scared I was to post my first reading? How nervous. I was so nervous. I was super excited, super nervous. And I was like, it's gonna happen. It's a done deal. It's gonna happen today. When I had that dream, I woke up from that dream, as little as it was. It was literally just this tiny little, this end of a dream. I don't even remember the rest of it. Just the very end of the dream where I was setting up for a reading. And I was letting people in the house know I'm going to do reading, to please be mindful of volumes and such. And I came back in my room and I was about to begin. And I woke up. And that day, that very day, is the day that I recorded and posted my first video. I had been in my head for years. I had been in my head for at least 1 year in regards to tarot. I've been in my head for a long time about it. And it was me telling, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I'm not connected enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not, all this bullshit that I was telling myself, being my own worst enemy. Until I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I am either my worst foe or my greatest enemy, and I want to be, I'm sorry, my greatest ally. And I want to be my greatest ally. I want to be the empress, not just for other people, but also for myself. Are you going to stay chained and bound to this energy, these loop cycles, or are you going to get out of it? If you're in your head, you should be in your head thinking about ways to make your dreams come true, not ways to talk yourself out of it. He's the scientist. He uses his mind to his benefit. And that is exactly what each and every person here on earth is meant to do. We are meant to follow our hearts, because our heart is truly the greatest compass to our truth. And everyone's truth is different. There are as many perspectives on earth as there are people. Just think about that for a moment. And I think that's a quote. I may be saying it wrong, I'm not sure. but I've heard it before in some way. So I'll say it again. There are as many perspectives in the world as there are people. So there is no such thing as one truth. Because we all have truth within ourselves. And our personal truth is within our heart. Our heart is the one compass that is the most connected to our spirit. Our heart is the gateway to our spirit. They say the eyes are the gateway to the soul. Yes, you can see in a way, yes. But our heart is the true compass of our truest desires. And that is why people say, always follow your heart. It will never lead you astray. Because your heart is what you really want. And when you are stuck in this fearful energy, in this blockage of thinking you're not good enough, you're telling yourselves a lie. You're wearing a mask to yourself. Don't do it, please, for your own sake, for your own happiness, and for the sake of us all. Do as I will, harm none, but take no shit. That is what I believe, and that is what I live by. And I'm learning how to actually try to put that into practice, not only for myself, but for other people, understanding other people are going to be who they are. And they need to be who they are. And they deserve to be who they are. As long as they're happy and they're not hurting other people. If they're following their heart, they're following their truth, I am happy for them. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they've done. If they've learned their lessons and they're following their heart, I applaud them. And those are the kind of people I want in my life. The kind of people who embody who they really are. The kind of people who are authentically them. And I'm still learning from my own devil energy. I'm still learning to get out of my head. I'm still learning to understand and appreciate that, we are all different. We all do things differently. And instead of judging other people for it, I want to be that person who's like, you know what? You do you, boo-boo. As long as you're happy and you're not hurting anyone else, then I'm happy for you and I support you. But I as well am going to follow my heart and do what I need to do to embody that energy for myself and for the people around me. Because I want to be a part of the solution. And so I had to learn the hard way not to control myself in a state of fear, perpetuating negative loop cycles, not to be controlling of other people. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. As long as they're not harming any other living creature, animal, or person. That is what I chose. And that is why I'm here. And if you're here, I think that you deep down inside want to choose the same thing. And this is a call to you to follow that, to follow your intuition, to follow your heart. Not the bullshit monkey mind, they call it, right? The monkey mind. All of the stuff in your mind that's clouding your judgment, that's leading you down to nowhere but Oogie Boogie's lair. If we use our head and we follow our heart, it will lead us to creating something beautiful. Sally is such a loving, compassionate, understanding person. He created Sally. He followed his intuition. He followed his desire to create and created something so beautiful. So do you want to create your life in the way that your heart desires. The heart is the closest gateway to our soul. That is why when you really need to make a decision in anything in life, you should follow your heart. It means, yes, you should use your brain and you should think, okay, like I need to be safe. I need to make sure that, my needs are met and all of this. But sometimes you just need to take a fucking leap of faith. And I feel like that's what this is. We need to take a leap of faith to follow our dreams and our passions and our creativity and to follow the things that make us happy, because when we're happy, when we embody the energy of happiness, people can feel that around us, and people start to be happy too. Do you want to perpetuate fear, negativity, bullshit that doesn't even matter, drama, lies, deceit, this energy of forced perspectives, of lack of communication, of this energy of you can't say this, you can't say that? No. I'm gonna speak my damn mind. I'm gonna say exactly how I fucking feel, whether you like it or not. That's not my problem. I don't mean to come off as a bitch, but that's the kind of person I can be. It's like, I'm gonna say it in it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I'll try and say it as nicely as I can without sugarcoating shit. But it gets to a point, if you don't get it, then I'll give it to you straight. All right, here we are. You want it or not? That's up to you. No, ay, pobrecita, no. You are an adult. You make the decisions in your life that you need to, because you are the adult. And stop perpetuating these lies that you're telling yourself that make you keep stuck in these negative loop cycles, because you're destroying yourself. You're dimming your own light, and you're allowing other people's perspectives. Like, who are you to tell me, like, not to follow my heart? What? Another lesson I learned the hard way. I was that kind of person at some point. I know it's like from both perspectives. And so I'm sharing from both perspectives. Get out of your head, because there's something beautiful waiting for you. But it's not gonna come. You're not gonna know it. It's gonna come regardless if you're ready for it or not. But you're not gonna notice it if you're not ready. And by not ready, I mean if you're still in this energy where you're listening to what everyone else is telling you. I've been saying, I'm fucking tired of people, like, I'm fucking tired of feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm fucking tired of giving a shit about what other people think I should be doing with my life or what I shouldn't be or whatever. No, this is me, take it or leave it. And I am learning to appreciate that same kind of energy in other people. And those are the kind of people I want in my life. If you read the disclaimers, then I told you straight up, I don't sugarcoat shit. I cuss a lot. I'm sorry if you're offended or if I'm coming off as a bitch. That's not my intention. But that is a part of who I am. That sometimes I don't see any other way to explain something than to just explain it how I feel. And that is usually the time when I come off as a bitch. And that's not what I want. I want to be this empress. I don't want to be Oogie Boogie. I want to be the empress. moving on. I'm sorry. I'm getting really into it. I mean, I did tell you again multiple times that this reading was meant to be a personal reading. I have not even, I didn't even look this far into the cards. So all of this information, I'm just... Anyway, I'm sorry. The Four of Cups in reverse. This is saying the same thing that I've been saying. Stop crying over spilled milk. In the tarot depiction of this, in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, it is someone who is leaning against a tree. Some guy who's leaning against a tree who's crying over these 3 cups in front of him that have spilt. And in the background next to him is this hand coming from the clouds, is spirit offering a cup. So what this is saying is stop perpetuating your sorrow of things that have been lost, and realize that spirit is trying to give you a new beginning. It is up to you to, again, you choose. Are you gonna keep crying over the past? Are you gonna keep perpetuating the past? And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying, it's gonna happen overnight. I am the one to tell you it's a long process and it sucks. But it is the most rewarding thing, I guarantee you. It sucks in the moment, but when you look back, you're like, I'm proud of myself because I did this. Because I stopped focusing on the negativity in my life, and I started to open my eyes and understand, hey, there are opportunities that Spirit's trying to give me. And start focusing on that instead of the shit that's happened in your life. Learn from this shit. That's why it happened. When you notice things in your life that keep occurring, when you end up being with people who are the same, person after person after person, they're the same kind of person, why is this happening? Why are these people the same? Why is this? And blah, 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 blah. Maybe if you go within like the hermit, you'll find that it's because subconsciously you're looking for the same people because you have not learned your lesson. So you keep perpetuating these cycles within yourself. When are you going to look away from those cycles? Again, it is up to you to decide what to focus your life, your thoughts on. And it's so hard to get a grip of your thoughts. And that is why so many people recommend meditation. And trust me, I have such a hard time meditating. I'm always telling myself I want to make it a routine. I want to meditate often, and then my mind is all over the fucking place, and it's so hard to just sit down and just be. But this is telling us, either you have a decision. Again, this one card on its own is saying you have a decision to make. Are you gonna linger on the past and the shit that you don't like and the negativity around you and all of that? Or are you gonna wake up and take the opportunity to move forward in whatever situation? My battery is below 20% now. Four of Needles is, again, a call to go within. Four of Needles is like the Hermit, but in minor arcana. You have the major arcana, the Hermit, is to go within, and you have in the minor arcana the Four of Swords, which is also to go within. So go within to figure out what it is that you want. Go within to make the decision, am I going to perpetuate my vicious cycles, or am I going to break the cycle? Am I going to take this new opportunity and run with it? And this is really a clear message to take the opportunity to get out of your head and to really focus on your light and your love, and you focus on your heart, healing your heart and following your heart, going within to realize that. Move away from pain, because we have the Three of Swords, which is usually depicted by a heart with three swords in it, meaning heartache, trauma, pain, disappointment. And there's one sword, or in this case one needle, crossing them out. To me, this is saying right now, and I've never seen it in this way necessarily, this is saying, let go of the pain, learn from it, that's why it happened. Acknowledge your part in it, acknowledge, whatever other parts that were involved in it. Not to view it from a perspective of, she did this, he did that, blah, blah, blah. Not to blame, but to analyze, to see from a higher perspective, okay, maybe this person did this because of this, and I did this because of this, and we're both just doing the best that we could with the situation that we had and with the knowledge that we had at the time. So I am choosing to release the pain from that, and I am choosing to move forward away from that, and to start using my mind to my benefit and not to my detriment. The Two of Needles in reverse, the Two of Swords. In this card, it is Sally making the suit, Santa suit for Jack. When Jack decides that he wants to pretty much impersonate Santa, he wants to take over Christmas, and he wants to do Christmas his way. And she's sad about this because she feels like it's a bad idea. And I saw 222. And we have a 2 here. It was in reverse, though. So what I'm seeing this as, if you feel like something is not right, if you feel like, if you feel like something's wrong, speak your mind. Always. I believe that we should always speak our mind. I am that kind of person that's like, whether you ask for my opinion or not, I'm probably going to give it to you. Whether you take my advice or not, that's up to you. And I'm not trying to force you to take my advice, but I'm at least trying to give you another perspective. I'm that kind of person. I'm going to speak my mind. Because, I appreciate when other people speak their mind, because then I get to see other perspectives and I get to make a better decision. Not to listen to what people say in a way of like eating away at what your core is telling you is right. Well, so that you can start to see that there are more perspectives. Again, like I said earlier, there are as many perspectives as there are people on this earth. So when we view things from a higher perspective, it allows us to make the best decision that we can, the best decision for ourselves and the people involved in our lives. I saw 1 hour and 44 minutes. Stability. Make the best decision that is going to make you stable. And when you're stable, your loved ones are stable. Your loved ones have more possibility of being stable when you're stable. Your loved ones are happier when they see you happy, right? The people around you that want you to succeed are happy when you get off your ass and you work for it and they see you start to succeed. And there are going to be people who want to take that away from you. There are people who wear a mask, who might say, yeah, I'm happy for you, you're following your dreams. And they're gonna want to secretly pull you down. A two-faced friend, a two-faced family member, or a two-faced whatever, whoever. Maybe it's even you. It's you telling yourself that you should pursue what you want, and then it's you also telling yourself that you're not good enough. It doesn't have to be an actual person in your life. It can be. So perhaps be aware of that. Try to be a little more aware of people's intentions, but in the end, all you can truly be aware of is your own intentions. So guard yourself in a way that is, to be careful, but not so heavily guarded where you keep everyone at arm's length, to where every advice that you hear, everything that you hear from anyone, that you just don't even fucking pay attention to it. Having many perspectives allows us to have more opportunities in making a better decision. That's what I'm seeing here. Again, you need to make a decision. Two of Swords is about making a decision. Either start trying to work harder for the things that you want in life and move away from the negative thought patterns and cycles that hold you back, or don't. That's the truth. The truth is that it is up to us. That decision is on us, and we cannot blame anyone else for making that decision for us, because in the end, we are the ones that make the decision. So it is best, I saw 46. It is best to think about what's going to create stability, number 4. Number 6, love and reciprocity. What helps us share our love and reciprocate that to other people and to ourselves? And when we are stable, we are able to provide for ourselves and for our loved ones. But we have to decide that for ourselves. We have to decide, you know what? If I hate my job, I'm going to start looking for another one. That's on you. If you hate your job and you're stuck doing that shit that you hate, why are you still there? Now, I'm not saying that I don't understand. Of course, at this day and age, it's hard to find a job. And if you need, we all have bills to pay. We all have something that we need money for, you know what I mean? I'm not just saying to buy whatever we want. I'm saying for our stability, food, shelter, whatever. People have bills to pay, mouths to feed. It's understandable. We all need a job. But it's up to you what job you have. It's up to you to continue to try to find something better, or to just be like, well, I have this, so I'm stuck with this until God knows how long. No, that's you lying to yourself that you're stuck in a situation when you're not stuck. You can, I'm not saying don't go out and just quit, and don't do that. I don't think that's not the right thing to do. I'm not advising that, especially this day and age. It is hard to find another job. Trust me, I know. Anyway, my point is, you have the capacity, you have the power within yourself to change your circumstances. And I have that in my disclaimers. If you don't like the reading, then know that you have it within yourself to change your circumstances, but you have to make the changes. That's the only way that's going to work. I'm just here to share a message. It's up to you to take it or leave it. And that's fine. I hope that the messages will bring you clarity to help you make the best decision for you, for yourself, in your life. Because when we make the decisions that are best for us, not in a selfish way, I think there's a difference. There's a fine line between putting ourselves first in a self-love kind of way and being selfish. I think there's a fine line between the two. So we all need to put ourselves first. Even parents, you know, when you are on a plane, they go through the safety measures. Like, oh, if shit's going down, you know, the air masks are gonna come from above, and you put your mask first before you put your mask on someone else, because you need to make sure that you are able to even be alive to help this person. And you know how hard that would be, like, for anyone. I'm not a parent, but I would imagine, you know, if I want someone to live, I would want it to be my kid first. You know what I mean? I lived my life. At least I'd want my kid to survive. But they advise, and there's a reason why they advise, you need to put your mask on first. What if you do die and your kid has no one? You need to make sure that you have enough energy for you, because when you have enough energy for you, you have more energy for other people. That's why people advise parents, you need to love yourself. You need to, give yourself a fucking spa day for once. You know, buy yourself a gift for once. Because you work hard for it. And it's not in a selfish way. It's not like we'll always, you know, do what you want and never provide for your kid. Fuck no. I mean, your kid is your responsibility. You need to own up and you need to provide for your child. Or don't have a kid. And I'm not saying it's not easy or anything like that. I'm just saying you need to be able to be stable enough to provide stability. Really, that's what I'm saying. You need to be stable in yourself to provide stability for other people. You need to be happy within yourself to actually provide happiness for other people. And we all need to be trying to seek our own happiness and not leeching on other people to steal their happiness. I feel like I'm kind of going in tangents. I don't know, Spirit is like having me talk about these things, and they're pretty heavy topics. So I wouldn't doubt, you know, I should put a trigger warning for this video because it's heavy. I feel like it's heavy. But I'm gonna move forward, alright? So with the Two of Candles here, the Two of Wands, again, decision. The Two of Wands, are you gonna move forward? Or are you gonna stay behind? Excuse me, in the original Rider-Waite tarot, it is depicted by someone standing on a building, looking off into the distance. In one hand, he has a globe, and in the other hand, he has a wand. And slightly behind him is another wand. So what it symbolizes is, are you going to take your steps forward? Are you going to follow your passion, your pursuits, your passion projects to move forward in the world? To follow your passion? To follow your creativity? To follow where life is taking you, to go with the flow? Or are you going to stay behind just because people, places, things? You make the decision and you live with it, is what I'm getting. There are snakes. There are snakes here, and I mentioned in my last reading, snakes, to me, the most important message that they have is healing. You choose for yourself. Do you want to stay in the dark, or do you want to come to the light? And before someone tells me, oh, well, you don't know, and blah, 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 I made that decision for myself years ago when I was in the middle of my depression. I made that decision for myself to start to be happy, to take responsibility for my own life, and to pursue my happiness. Did it take me a long time? Fuck yeah. honestly, between when my depression started and where I am right now, it's been 3-4 years. Everything that has happened to me in that span of time, you decide. Do you want to stay stuck in your head, stuck in your mental fog, stuck in this energy, these negative loop cycles, or do you want to get out of it? And I saw 55, 05, 05 being the seconds, 55 change. I keep mentioning that. This is a call for change. You need to make a decision to follow your light or to remain in darkness. And there's nothing wrong with the dark. I don't think we should be afraid of the dark. Coming from someone who was afraid of the dark for like almost my whole life, I was afraid of the dark. And sometimes I still get afraid. I'm not gonna lie. Why? Because in the dark is the unknown. So many fear what they don't know, but we need to change. We need to change that. It is up to you to take responsibility for your life and to heal from situations or not. And again, I'm not saying it's easy. It has literally taken me years to be who I am today. Years of me telling myself I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not sexy enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not knowledgeable enough, I'm not blah 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 blah, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. This is what I was doing to myself for so many years. And I know I'm not the only one. We all get to a place in our life where we need to make the decision. Are you gonna stay stuck in your head? I hope not. So please, if you can take anything from this reading, please take the message of responsibility for your own life. Please decide for yourself. Do you want to be the Empress? You want to be in this loving, nurturing, kind, understanding situation or energy or negative energy? Make the decision. You're at a crossroads. And that is exactly what this eclipse is about. This eclipse that's happening today is about crossroads. You have come to a point, we as people in general in our own lives have come to a point where we need to make the decision for ourselves. What do you want? What do you want? Decisions, going within to figure it out. You can only truly appreciate the light when you have experienced the darkness. I was never as much of a happy person or as motivated or as compassionate, loving, understanding, or whatever in the past. It didn't just happen overnight. It happened because I was in the middle of my darkness and I had to get out of it. And you can too. If this is what you're going through, you can too. Choose for yourself to be compassionate to yourself and not to be hanging around people, places, things that just bring you down. We need to start as a society perpetuating the thought of like, well, if something doesn't resonate with you, why are you sticking with it? If you watch people's readings or whatever, if you watch YouTubers who just make you angry, why the fuck you wasting your time watching them in the first place? Come on now. That is your decision. Are you gonna waste your time on things that make you negative? Or are you gonna Are you going to take the time to raise your own vibration? And don't blame anyone else for your decision. You are an adult. You need to take responsibility for yourself and your life. And that is the truth. And that is what I see here. I don't know if I'll have much time because my phone is low on battery, but I do want to maybe pick a few cards. So it's not just tarot here. Let's see. I did say I was gonna try to do some shuffling here today. Let's see what comes out. Thank you so much for, if you've made it this long in the reading or even just a little bit, I want to thank you again for being here with me today. And I'm sorry if I come off as a bitch. It's never my intention to. I am a fire sign. My sun sign is a fire sign, so I'm sorry if I come off a little hard-headed sometimes. Or, you know what I mean? I'm just sharing what I see. And I hope that you can appreciate that. I'm still just beginning in my journey. So thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. I really appreciate you so much more than you know. I hope that you will consider joining this family. I want to create a soul family here where we can talk real shit, like real adults, real situations and problems, and try to be as loving and nurturing, as kind to each other, as open to speak our mind, because that is our freedom to speak our mind. No snowflakes here. And if you are, then you are still welcome. I know it's like I've been there. And I'm still working on coming out of that snowflake kind of persona or whatever. Spirit, please do have another something through this deck that you would like to share with us in regards to this message. Anything else that you would like to share with us today? The storyteller. Fame, stagnation, and pride. And underneath we have caretaker of the lost, respite, assistance, and memory. Okay, so what I see here is that with the stagnation is calling out to me the most, and pride. Don't keep yourself chained to stagnation. Before I started doing readings, I kept telling myself, I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to post my first video today. I'm going to post my first video today. And everything else happened that my attention was all over the place everywhere else, right? Monkey brain. Until that day that I'm like, it's today. Today is the day. That's it. Get out of your own way is what I'm seeing with this. And know that you are divinely assisted. When you follow your heart, interesting, set. Short-sightedness, ambition, and narcissism. Set can also be known as Lucifer. Some people associate Set and Lucifer to be united, and I don't believe Lucifer to be evil. I don't. So what I'm seeing here, there may be people who see you in a certain situation or see you in a way that is not necessarily true to who you are. People might see you as I feel like when you finally step into your authenticity, there are going to be people who are going to block you. And this is exactly what Victor was talking about in his video in regards to the eclipse that's happening today. People are going to try and stop you. People are going to see you successful and they're going to want to stop your success. They're going to secretly want to see you not be successful out of jealousy, out of whatever. That's on them. That's their choice. If they don't want the best for you just because of themselves, then that is on them. That's their choice. I'm saying here, know that when you follow your heart and you stop stagnating, the divine is with you 100%. And they're standing with you and they want to applaud you for following your heart. And know that there are going to be people in your way, people who come your way who say, again, this has to do with the two-faced thing I'm feeling. There are going to be people in your way who say you're not good enough or you're not this and you're not that and who do you think you are and blah, blah, blah. No, fuck them. Fuck it. Fuck that shit. Fuck that noise, man. No, you follow your heart because that's what you're here on earth to do, is to follow your heart, to follow your pursuit of happiness. And they can follow theirs if they want. Maybe instead of them being negative to all these people around them and bringing other people down just because they're successful, maybe they could get off their ass and seek out their happiness. That's the truth. I come off as a bitch when I say it, but that's the truth. You're either you stand together or you don't. Either you support me or you don't. And if you don't, bye. There's a door. Bye. I don't need that shit in my life. You don't need that shit in your life. No one needs that shit in your life. Self-discipline and faith. Sword of law. This is making me think of the King of Swords. This is making me think of the one sword in the Four of Swords. Speak your mind. Speak your truth. Know that you are guided. You are guided for a reason to follow your heart. And here with the scythe, transformation. And snakes, more snakes. Snakes everywhere. I've been seeing snakes a lot. Healing, healing, healing is what I keep getting. When people start to finally be who they really are, other people who think they know who that person is going to be like, you've changed into this completely different person. Who the fuck are you? It's like, well, I'm becoming who I really am. So you're starting to see the real me of who I am today. And if you don't like it, I'm not here to kiss your ass. Bye. You're with me or you're not. And it's like, I don't care if you're family, if you're friends. I don't care if I've known you my whole life. If you're just going to bring me down and tell me I'm not good enough and tell me that I'm not worth it and telling me that I shouldn't pursue this just because you think it's evil or just because you think that I should become something else, that's on you. That's only a reflection upon what you think. That's only perpetuating you telling yourself false narratives so you feel like you're not good enough, so you don't want to see other people be successful because you don't want to put in the work to be successful for yourself. People like that in your life, let them go. Let them go. But with kindness, with love and compassion, and be like, you know what? I understand you don't support my interest in witchcraft, spirituality, tarot. That's fine. You don't have to. I'm not trying to force you to be okay with it. But if you cannot accept that this is who I am and this is where life has led me and this is where I am following my heart, And you cannot accept that. If you dare call me evil just because I do tarot, if you dare call me evil just because I study demonology or something, if you dare call me all this and that, you do not know me. You do not know who I am. And we all need to learn to cut people out of our lives like that. Not to cut them out viciously, but to let them go. Right? With kindness. Like, you're free to be you. You're free to not approve of what I do with my life, and that's okay. If you don't like it, then I understand. If we can remain friends and be, and still have conversations without saying, without you telling me I'm evil or something, then cool. But if you're just going to start bringing all this negativity and all this negative energy into my life, then bye. There's the door. Because at this point in time, I think it's important and crucial for us all to reevaluate the relationships in our life. To reevaluate. If you want to be successful, what do they say? Successful people hang around successful people. You are the crowd you keep. You are the company you keep, is the quote. And if you're always with naysayers and people who are like, you're not good enough, or haha, bullshit, like, you think you can do that, or whatever, blah, 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 whether they're joking or not. You know what I mean? And you know whether it's a joke or it's not. People like that do not deserve a place in your life. That's the truth. That's what I'm seeing here. I feel like, I don't know, I have heard that Set and Lucifer are can be seen as one entity. And again, I just feel Lucifer is so misunderstood. These energies of, these beings who have pre-existed other beliefs, shall I say, these beings, and they're misunderstood. They're demonized. And I feel like maybe that's what people try to do with you. Maybe people are trying to demonize you just because you're finally stepping into your own power and finally becoming who you really are. But you feel torn apart. There may be people, situations in your life you feel torn to make a decision for transformation. Don't keep your true self a secret anymore. Shine bright like a diamond. That song is in my head now. Shine bright like a diamond by Rihanna. Anyway, be your true self. And the real people are gonna stick by you, and the other people, bye. You are not here on earth to kiss anyone's ass. You are not here on earth to follow blindly to what society wants you to be. You are not here on earth to keep your mouth shut. You are here to speak your mind. You are here to share your creativity. You are here on earth to be you. That is why we are all one and the same in the grand scheme of things, but we are all unique and different in this incarnation, in every incarnation that we have, to provide something for ourselves and our loved ones, to be who we really are, to express ourselves. And only truly when you start to be who you really are, will you come to find your soul family and your soul tribe. When you start to cut out the naysayers and the people who don't believe in you and the people who tell you you'll never get big, you'll never make it, you'll never this, you'll never that. Bye. Shit. If that's the kind of if that's how you think, I wish you the best, and I hope that you learn to be who you are. And I hope and pray that you learn to express yourself. And I hope and pray that you don't feel like someone's chaining you down to where you cannot speak your mind. But do not make me feel like I am not good enough. Do not fucking come and tell me that I'm doing something wrong when I'm following my heart. I learned that the hard way, both sides. Being told and telling someone. So from both sides, learn the lesson. Please, please don't hold yourself back and don't hold someone else back. We are all here on earth to be our truest expressions of ourselves. And if someone doesn't like it, I could fucking care less. And that is exactly how each and every one of us should think. Not in a way to be malicious. Not in a way to be a bitch. Not in a way to be like, oh, well, I'm better. Or that. No, we are all equal. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't. You could be a priest. You could be the president. You could be a friend, a family member. You can be a stranger. You could be a doctor. You could be someone who cleans up toilets. We are all the same. We are all equal. We choose where we want our lives to go. I'm just gonna... This card came out in like the last reading. Black flower, fragrance. Let's see here. With this black flower fragrance, it's making me think of the death card. I'm thinking of black flowers. Black is the color protection. But I'm seeing, again, a need here for transformation. I know that my battery's low, so I'm trying to, provide as much as I can. Downcast pride. So there was something here about pride earlier. There was one of them that said pride. It was this one. Pride. Pride and pride. Get out of your head. You want to create the roots to your abundance, then start creating the roots to your abundance. Start planting the seeds so that you can see yourself prosper and grow. If you want to do lunar magic, the best time to do a ritual for new beginnings is on a new moon. And here we have a new moon. We have a full moon too. A full moon is the best time in the lunar phases to release negativity, to release the grip that we have on ourselves or other people have on us that keep us bound to where you see her heart is being blocked. You need to protect your heart. Black, again, is the color protection. Protect your heart. And the way she's looking at her, I feel like don't compare yourself to other people. Either, like looks wise, you don't have to be jealous of other people. Don't compare your art to other people. Don't compare your music to other people's. You are your unique expression and you need to appreciate yourself. There's a glare. I just realized. Sorry about that. I'm going to move this card up. The parasite. Are you the parasite in your own mind? Or are you letting someone else be the parasite in your mind? You need to be aware of that. You need to go within and find out, am I really keeping myself stuck from my own abundance, from new opportunities Spirit wants for me? With the Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace of Presents. Do not be your own parasite. Because when you're at the end and you feel like you're close to something beautiful, a parasite is going to take everything from you. You're going to think you're healthy and the next day you're bedridden and you feel like shit because you let the parasite stay there for too long. Digging and digging and digging and digging deeper and deeper into your subconscious. And that's the deeper it has dug into you, the deeper that what this person said in the past, the longer it's taken for you to heal from it, the harder it's going to be. But it is possible and you can do it. And I believe in you and you need to believe in yourself. The temple of my body. The temple of my body. The body is the temple. So they say. Take better care of yourself, is what I'm getting from this. Oh, there's something with their hands. I don't know. Be careful the way that you look at other people or judge other people or other people's body or your own body. Be careful that you're not secretly envious in certain situations where you may not realize. Because, envy is just a parasite. Jealousy just kills. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience with that shit. Jealousy kills. I'm gonna get another card from here, from this deck. Oh shit, okay. The energy is gaining momentum. Don't let your past hold you back. That is exactly pretty much what I've been saying this whole entire fucking reading. Don't let things that have happened to you hold you back. And don't let yourself hold you back. The energy is gaining momentum. The energies that are among us with the planetary alignments and everything are huge. We need to take advantage of this opportunity. Or else it's gonna pass us by like nothing. Now is the best time. Now is the best time. 2 hours and 22 minutes. Step out of your comfort zone. Yes, yes, yes. The only way to get shit done and the only way to really follow your heart is to step out of your comfort zone. What is our comfort zone? Where we feel safe. We feel safe not putting ourselves out there because then we don't have to deal with the judgment of other people. No, fuck that. Who the fuck cares about what this person thinks? No. You be you. And if they want to leave your life because they cannot accept you, then bye. You make it easier. They just made it easier for you. Let it go. In love, in understanding. Align with people, places, and things that resonate with your heart. Because the mind is full of clutter. Declutter it. Let people go. If people want to leave your life because of whatever, bye, okay. With love and light, if you ever want to talk again, I'm here. But if you want to leave my life, bye. I hope life leads you in the most beautiful place. I wish you the best with all my heart, body, mind, and soul. And I'm telling this, for anyone who wants to leave my life or whatever, any situation of that sort. Thank you for being a part of my life. And if this is where we part, then so shall it be. But I release it. I let go with love, light, and energy that I hope and pray that the best comes upon you. And that you reach your fullest potential, just like I'm trying to reach mine. Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off. And here we have new moon. Again, new moons are about new energy, new beginnings. Let's see what this card is. Luck is on your side. Again, know that spirit has your back. When you are following your truest, authentic self, spirit has your back. Spirit wants to see you successful. Whether you believe it or not, that's what they want. It's up to you to believe it or not. But That is up to you. Take time to breathe out and work through your fears. Another new moon. Work through your fears. Remember how I said cluttered mind? Let go of the clutter in your mind. Declutter your mind. Declutter your space. That's what I feel needs to happen.